What's going on, guys? So I was watching FAKER stream today and I noticed a familiar name in the loading screen, which was Apdo playing his signature Kassadin into FAKER's Lucian. Very hard matchup for the Kassadin. Lucian wins early, so I thought I'd commentate, give a little bit of analysis. I haven't watched this, I didn't actually watch this game fully, so I'll just give my best to analyze it, but I think just watching it over and giving some explanations to what they're doing is going to help out a lot, and it's just going to be a great gameplay. So getting into it, Lucian early should just like hard shove and harass Kassadin as much as possible. Force the TP back early. FAKER wins the level 1 trade with the Q. He's Lucian's always going to win this trade. Apdo needs to be trying to get some more, the Kassadin needs to try and counter the push, but it's just not going to happen. So he's taken half his health for nothing, really. FAKER wins early. The thing with this matchup is, once Apdo hits 2 and 3 items and can get maybe a good flank onto FAKER, he'll win the trade. But until then, he's going to lose it. Great combo by FAKER. Every champion he plays, it just feels so... watching it just feels so smooth. FAKER's not fussed about any ganks, he's just going to go hard. He's just all-inning to try and get Apdo to base. Force the TP back. So the thing you have to think about now is, what does FAKER do? Hard shove and try and look for a base. But if Kassadin gets in quick enough, FAKER's not going to be able to base. We'll see. So FAKER has to go pretty far back to get the base in, because Apdo will know that FAKER wants the base. I think he's got it in. Oh, it's going to be close. Alright. FAKER's tilted. Apdo gets the cancel, and that's perfect for Apdo. Now that means that Apdo has the advantage in the lane until Lucian bases next. So he knows this, so he'll probably try and get the freeze and walk up and poke him off. Apdo's not going to let FAKER base. He knows 100% that FAKER needs the base. Denies it. Oh, FAKER. He should have warded over. Trinketed. Too aggressive by him. Okay, so the key thing to learn about this interaction that just happened was FAKER's base got stopped early, and he could have got the base off if he backed a little bit further, back towards his tower, or even on the side of the lane in the brush. Misplay by FAKER, but the thing is, even though Apdo's got an advantage now, the way this matchup works is it's not going to matter. FAKER can still play, he can still control the pace of the lane until, I'd say until Apdo's level 6, maybe if he gets good poke off early, but even then, I think FAKER can still win it. Just slowly building it up. This wave's going to crash into tower, it has to. It's pretty huge. And Kassadin early just has no way to stop this pushing in, crashing. So Apdo just sits back and waits. Takes a little bit too much harass there. I don't think that was necessary. Always look to zone and move up onto this minion wave. See how he's in front of the wave? He's just zoning away, okay? You can do that on almost pretty much every mid lane champion. Ooh, FAKER takes horrendous trade. He's so lucky that Q didn't hit. He had flash, so he would have flashed if he was on track. One thing a lot of people don't really realize is mid lane is you and your jungler versus the enemy mid laner and their jungler. It's a 2v2. It's never a 1v1. It's never a 1v1. FAKER wants to dive. Will he get it? Oh. He's tilted. That was so calculated. That's close. I think nearly, maybe could have got it. So Apdo has no vision of FAKER right now. FAKER maybe can flash Q, double auto. We'll see. One for one. I honestly don't think that was worth by Faker.
아니 여기서 왜 가만히 있어? 피.
He wastes
계획을
flash.
하고 있는데.
And he lets that minion wave crashes in. Faker's just trying to go a little bit too aggressive. He hasn't opted for a Hex Drinker, sorry. He's going for the Bilge Water. I would have assumed you'd go a Hex early. I've actually never played this Lucian Cassidy matchup before, but I'm guessing... I guess Hex is a little bit more defensive. But defensive is aggressive, so I don't know. Ooh, Faker's gonna look for a good trade here. Apdo can slowly start taking control of the lane now, I think. Because he's level 6, he has a really good escape. He can move up in the lane. Faker will win the 1v1 though, 100%. Look how he's positioned in the lane, guys. He's hovering towards his top side where he has the pink ward, okay? And his jungler's there. Look how he positions. Good mid laners are always hugging one side of the mid lane, and it's always for good reason. It's not for no reason at all. Most of the time towards their jungler.
핑크.
He's gonna finish the blade. Also interesting that Faker didn't go exhaust. He likes to heal instead. I mean, the heal's better for the 2v2, I guess. Nothing much happening here. Faker's just looking to get control of the lane again. Put his pink out. Is that his pink in the mid-top side? It must be. He would have placed it otherwise, like if it wasn't his. Alright, so Faker's going for the hard shove. Just by continuously shoving the Cassidy in, it just gives his team so much more control over the map. So if your mid lane's hard shoved in, it means your jungler and the top laner can just like invade. So look how much control, like Faker having the push gives his team. Oh my god, Apdo misplayed that flash. So he should have flashed straight back. I think Faker could have also dodged the Ashe arrow. Just messy game. Alright, so Faker wants to damage the mid lane tower. He just wants to damage. He wants to damage the enemy lane. Lee Sin's got a little bit of life still though. I'm sure he's gonna smite and get back up to full health. Maybe for a bot lane gank. $70 CS to 50. So Apdo's down around about 15 CS. I think that's a little bit too much from Apdo. I think Apdo could have CS a little bit better. I think he just got a couple of bad trades early on. He might not be too familiar with the matchup. But this matchup's brutal if you get traded on early. And Fake is one of the most aggressive players there is, so it's so obvious that he's going to play like that. This Nidalee gives a kill over to Apdo. I'm sure Fake is pretty angry about that. Now Faker wants his blue buff here. It's going to enable him in the lane so much more. But his jungler's dead, so he can't get it. That's one of the most tilting things in the mid lane. And you can't get your blue. Luckily, Apdo doesn't have a blue either, so it's not going to really affect him. Does have a level advantage, however. This is gonna. If they go for a 1v1, it's gonna be a skilled 1v1. Fuck, I just want to see them go at it. There's not really much point in Apdo risking a 1v1 though, because he's gonna outscale. Just taking the trade slowly. So fake it. So Nidalee here, so he wants to 1v1 this 100%. When your jungler's there, you can start playing much more aggressive.
그렇지. 아니 이거 왜 계속 날라와 지금.
This mid lane is not a 1v1. See, these two players have such different playstyles. Faker just goes for absolute control and aggression. Sorry, not control. He just goes for absolute. He looks to stomp his lane with aggression, and just taking these risky plays. Where Apdo just wants to slowly sit back, make as little mistakes as possible, and slowly take over the game by the mid to late game. Faker just looks for a hard stomp. I think Faker 100% mechanically better than Apdo. Usually when they go for in a matchup where it's like kind of skill dependent, Faker pretty much always wins it. But Apdo like usually plays the map a little bit better, while Faker will go into just goes for those risky plays and he can throw the game. It's looking like a pretty tight game though. Goes to the engage. Will he follow up for? Okay, that was such a perfect fucking duel. Beautiful. No comment by Faker. So he wins that 1v1 hard. So he just 100% goes for it while Apdo's looking to clear the pink. Flash is over. Says, fuck you, dude. I'm going to go for this. So now Faker has control of the map. He's pushed the mid lane tower. Solo killed his opponent. Now let's see how he tries to transition his lead into the game. This is always the most important part of the game. Like right now, he has all the tools to carry the game. Did he just fucking miss that dash? I hope he didn't. I didn't quite see. So yeah, he has all the tools to carry the game, and he wants to end the game pretty quick before he gets outscaled. Although they do have a cog in a rumble, but then nearly gets outscaled. It's honestly pretty close. I think having the cog, they just have no tank, which is the only problem into the late game I see. Hope they can just ult away. So Faker needs to transition this lead into the bot lane. Just going mid like this isn't going to win him the game. He might be able to clean it. Kassadin comes in. Kassadin's the first roamer advantage. He needs this. Perfect. They should most likely just go for the bot lane tower to try and open up the map a bit more. So Apdo responds, just respects it and gets the fuck out. Good decision there. I think if he stays, he loses.
저거 딜교 이득입니까?
He might just be waiting for his team though. Alright, his team's not going to have any follow-up. No, I want to see... Okay, no, he's definitely going a Hex here. He went Xerxes. surely. Just says, fuck that. No respect to the Cass. Goes for the Black Cleaver.
어 추워.
What's that cooldown
Oh.
reduction?
둘다 죽었네. 오 쉣.
Holy fuck. Did you say oh shit?
안 갔네.
Oh, I think that that dash in was just like bronze level. Definitely shouldn't have done. It worked out. Like it worked out. It was fine, but there was no need to dash in like that. Just fake it things. Now look at Faker's health. He's going back to lane with 1,000 health down. Now the reason he's doing this is because he just wants to get the gold. He doesn't want any fights to happen. He just wants to get the gold for the Black Cleaver, and then he wants the base. Or maybe... I could actually be wrong. He has plenty of life still. Okay, I'm retarded. Literally just life steals are back. Smart by him. I love watching these. I just learn so much, dude. Like, and I hope you guys are as well, where you just see these things and you can implement it to your own gameplay. Now he's going for the side lane. He doesn't want to deal with the Kassadin anymore. I think he can still 1v1 the Kassadin though, but it's just because of the open map. He wants to work with his team. As Lucian, you've got one of the best 1v1s, so sitting in the side lane and drawing the Kassadin out is pretty preferable. And also, guys, as always, getting into a side lane as mid lane when there's a long lane early is really beneficial, because once you're in the mid lane, people start coming in, start taxing the XP, start getting a couple CS, you know. Once you're in the side lane, it's just you there. You get a level NCS advantage from being in a side lane, and no one can come and tax you. So like if you're mid and then like your bot lane comes, your jungler walks through to like go from camp to camp, you lose out on so much. Alright, so Faker just extends no vision.
했어야 되는데. 아.
There's no point extend, like when you're in a side lane like that, unless you have vision, don't extend. There's no point, because it's just, unless you have absolute
걔는 여기 있잖아.
certainty of where the enemy team is on the map, there's no point overextending like that. And I mean, Kassadin has TP anyway, so it's not as though Kassadin committing is very detrimental to his enemy team.
다 죽은 것 같은데.
Apdo's going to win this. He's going to clean this up. Great use of the TP. Now, the only person there to blame really is Faker. Like, his team is at fault as well for overextending without a member, but Faker should never have been caught bot. He does these really cocky things like that sometimes leads to him losing solo queue games, where Apdo doesn't make those similar mistakes as often. So I definitely think you can see the difference in playstyles. Like, even though Apdo didn't win the 1v1 mechanics, he's just playing the map better, I feel. Faker makes one small mistake, enemy team just cleans up. Are they going to go for the Baron attempt or not? It's quite risky to go for a Baron attempt here. Against a Lee Sin. Lee Sin's one of the... If you're trying to get a Baron and you're against someone that can just jump over and steal it, I mean, and it's a 50-50, I definitely wouldn't recommend it, especially in solo queue. It's just how you're going to throw the game. It's like, first you need to ask yourself, do I need to take this risk? If the answer is no, then just don't do it. But if you're a little bit behind, you need a sneaky something to come back into the game, then go for it. Kennen actually should be able to 1v1 Faker. Faker respects it, waits for his Nidalee. Now he'll go for the all-in. Ooh. I'm not sure who would have won that. It was definitely close. So Faker's in the side lane and he wants Cassim to come with him. But even then, Cassidin's getting to a point where he can start just one-shotting Faker. See Faker here now, just going to the side lane. He's not playing with his team, is he? He's playing against his team. And it's too late. Should have committed for the tower. See, in competitive games, obviously this doesn't happen because you're communicating with your team what's happening on the map. So even though maybe it's a better play for him to go bot and create pressure while his team clears waves, his team just goes for the fight anyway because they're brainless. So he just loses that. Finally gets to the Hex. So Apdo's in a position now where he's scaled into the point to where he wants to be. You know. So Apdo's at the point where he wants to be. Next team fight is going to determine the game, I think. Faker's decided to group. He can't trust his team to split anymore. He should be able to get this. Ooh, nice play by his team. Covering his ass. Getting some healing from the Nidalee. Oh, if he gets... that's pretty lucky. Apdo 3 items right now. I think he's definitely outscaled Faker. So Apdo's just going to like alt Q, look for the poke, and just like hover around and then go for the next all in. So he has no vision right now. I don't think he should extend. He should just sit back.
뭐야? 이렇게 길게 써져.
Someone has to deal... Wait, are they just getting the free Baron? Someone has to deal with Apdo though. Someone has to deal with him in the side lane and it can't be Rumble. So it has to be Faker. So now Apdo forces Faker into the side lane while Apdo has the teleport to give his team the advantage. This is the problem with 1-3-1. When the enemy team has 2 teleports, it's very hard to win the game into the late game. Because you just step up the 1-3-1, draw pressure, and then you're hard force with the teleport advantage you have. I want to see a 1v1 between Apdo and Faker right now. But yeah, Kennen's really, really hard to deal with. As a Rumble. Faker just sits back, he can't do anything. Aggressively, oh my fucking god. I think he dies, yeah. Like Faker's just... On Lucian, you're so dependent on your team being a front line so you can get deeps off.
아니 왜 자꾸 4대3으로
So he can't 1v5 on the champion. You need someone in front of you. It's like you're an 80 carry, you know? So he says, why we keep on fighting 4v3? Seems very tilted.
아, 쏘고 주네. 그러구나.
So Baron's going to determine the game. I think Apdo's team has the advantage. Apdo needs the cat, needs the cog more. Yep, so Faker's been outscaled. He can't carry the game from this point, I don't think. And he lacks the damage. He needs another. He needs to finish. Is he gonna go for a PD? Or is he gonna go for the rapid? And then an IE, I'm guessing. Then he maybe outscales and gets some crits off. So as Faker, you just gotta think like, what can I do to get back into this game? And it's either he gets a 1v1 off, which is not gonna happen, into a 1v1 with a Cassidy or a Kennen. Neither of those are going to happen. So then he has to go, okay, I'll have to team fight. But his team has no tanks. Has no frontline CC except for Leona. Goes to the PD. Because they're just going to slowly lose the game here. They need to decide on doing something. If I was Faker, I'd kind of say, you know, come here, let's just force a fight with Leona on like a 4v5. While Apdo's in a side lane trying to get the split. Tries to commit for the cannon. I mean, that was the only really option he had. You've got to start making risky plays like that. This is one of the most frustrating parts of the game. Enemy team has Baron that is slowly sieging you. And I mean, you don't really have much to come back into it. And as Fake, you don't have a QSS or cleanse into an Ashe. It's pretty. I'm guessing he'd go a Merc if it got to the super late game. Alright, here's what, as Apdo right now, guys, here's what you want to do. You go straight up to the top lane and you just create pressure there. You get the, it's like a 1-1-3 really here. Leaves mid because he's so mobile. Cassidy sits top and just gets the tower. You gotta deal with the mid lane supers. Go for the 1v1, I want to see it. I think Apdo's too smart, doesn't want to risk it. There's no point going for 1v1. A 1v1 when your team's just going to win. Yeah. Apdo's team just played that perfectly on a macro level. Very interesting game. I'm not sure if this is really, you can tell that much about the matchup. About the two from this game. I think the junglers played a really large part. Faker got a sickening 1v1 off though, which is really nice to see. So I think, coming from this game, I mean, I can't really take away that much. I think they're definitely close in skill, 100%. Faker had the better matchup. Apdo didn't really leak too many kills and just waited and scaled into the late game. But yeah, I hope you guys learned something from this. I definitely did. I want to go and play Lucian mid right now in solo queue. I don't know what my next video is going to be either, guys. I'm not sure. I've been doing these commentaries. It's because I've been doing a lot of uni work, and it's laid back. I enjoy it. I get something from it. I learn a lot from it. But yeah, until next time, guys. I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching.